This trip was made possible by Affinity Photo. It's a photo editing software ideal for professionals and amateurs alike. Adjust exposure, create layers, prepare shots for the web, just some of the thousands of functions you can use. I've been using it for the past couple of years and find it's quick, easy to pick up and no subscription fees. So why not check them out in the link below. Brydon Thomason is a Shetland-born wildlife photographer and director of Shetland Nature, a wildlife tour company on the islands. He's spent his whole life following its birds and mammals, and one animal in particular captures his imagination: the otter. The Shetland otters hunt by tides, so there's a good chance of seeing them in the day at low water. They will hunt various prey, from butterfish to lumpsuckers and even octopus. The female will look after her cubs for a year before driving them away. They rub themselves on seaweed to clean their fur of salt and trap air between it. Otters are normally a freshwater species, so the otters on Shetland have to adapt to a marine environment.
So what is it about otters that get you going, so to speak?
This, just sitting watching this fellow just now is a perfect example, because I mean, to be fair, it's a pretty gloomy, dull Shetland summer's day.
Get the suntan lotion out just yet, no.
No, there's no fear of that. But yeah, you can be watching an otter in the day, just nothing else around this, the wet, the grey. I mean, you're just transfixed on that little mammal out there.
So for people wanting to get pictures of otters, are there any tips or any ways to go about it?
With otters, more so than so many species, especially with photography nowadays, photographing otters, it's proper old school photography and fieldcraft and subject knowledge comes into it way more importantly to begin with than any sort of elements of technical aspects of photography. But you've got to sort of keep your eye on the otter, because obviously you need to be in position. If, for example, it's foraging like this guy,
yeah,
we would always be trying to keep opposite on the shore, with the wind taking our scent away, and keeping up with that. Sometimes when an otter's on the move foraging, it's no so
they can go at some pace, can't they?
They can, when they're on the move, if they're especially if they're coming ashore with prey. With the two tides a day, otters can every tide their prey is replenished.
So obviously you've been out hundreds of times, I suppose it's fair to say, photographing otters. Is there one encounter or one picture that you've taken when you've been out that really stands out for you?
I suppose things that I always find are really special is mums and cubs, young cubs particularly, because that's obviously young cubs is so cute. Yeah, absolutely.
So what kind of kit do we need for the job?
You're always, I mean, when folk ask what lenses to bring when we're shooting otters, then I'd always ask them to bring their longest focal length. You know, I mean, a lot of people are shooting with things like the 80 to 400 or the 100 to 400, 200 to 400. These lenses are really good for otters. Sometimes the reach isn't quite enough, but being able to sort of, have that range, have that focal range, you can maybe include a bit of habitat. I mean, in that kind of situation, when an otter's going to be close enough for you to get any sort of wide angle stuff, you're at the stage where you've had to stop shooting anyway, because the shutter, the sort of movement, anything is gonna make them aware of you being there. So you've really got to kind of be careful with that kind of thing. These new mirrorless cameras, they're incredible actually.
Yeah.
I've been out with a few folk with some of these mirrorless cameras, and it's unbelievable. I mean, just the continuous mode, just they're shooting away on 11 or 18 frames a second, and you can't even, you don't even know they're shooting.
500 that we're using, I mean, that's 10 frames a second, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we couldn't get any wetter if we jumped in the sea right now, so shall we get a cup of tea and a bit of cake?
That sounds like a grand idea, yeah.
Let's do it.
Nice one.
Thanks for watching, tune into the next film. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.